Join the Smart Brown Girl Producer Circle. For $2 to $5 or more, you can support Smart Brown Girl, enabling the movement to become a community of resources that benefits you and women of color around the world. As a Black woman catering to an audience of Black women, trying to convince the older white men in power that we are worthy of opportunity is an uphill battle. So let's provide our own opportunities and help to launch the Smart Brown Girl podcast, tour, scholarship fund, and flourishing community of awesome Smart Brown girls. Visit patreon.com/Jouelzy and become a Smart Brown Girl patron today. Hey guys, it's Jouelzy and I'm back. So if you want to see more of this content, be sure to thumbs up. And look what I have in my hand. See what I got on? My blessed crop top. I can't give you a full figure because I have unbothered iPhone cases. They only come in iPhone because the manufacturer only does iPhone cases. For iPhone 6 and 6S Plus, and then there's a Stay Blessed and Unbothered one, but mine is just unbothered. And I also have graduation ones that I'm going to roll out in several different colorways. If you should already be following me on Snapchat. For those who don't, my favorite pastime is throwing shade at the Zodiac sign. I snapped through all the signs the other day about men and dating based on the Zodiac. Why not do a whole video on it? I've done a video on astrology with my astrologer Sam Reynolds, so click the eye above for more details. And there's much more to defining a person's characteristics than their sun sign. These are just generalizations. If you want to know more, you need to get your birth chart done. And at least know your sun, your rising, and your moon sign. But let's get into the fun of overgeneralizing about the men folk and the fuckboys. Alright? Because we blessed and unbothered. As long as you reply to my text in a timely fashion. Aries. My sun sign. I have never dated another Aries because it's just never worked out. Aries all battle with how much we give a fuck while knowing that we do give a fuck. Like, do I really want to get dressed for this date? Don't I want to look cute for me? But what happens when we married and then they have to roll over and this is my morning face? Shouldn't the face they wake up to be the face they love? Most Aries tend to have a quirky sense of style because we don't care, but we care, but we're always unbothered. I like Taurus. They do great things when the lights are off, but Taurus all seek to be understood and to understand. Though for the men, that understanding usually comes after the fact. They want to talk shit when it's too damn late because they wait till the last minute to fix something. But they love to eat. They love food and are hard workers once they figure out what work they want to do. Slow and steady, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Gemini, they are crazy. They are manipulative. And I know there will be so many Geminis in the comments like, why must we always be slandered? Because y'all deserve it. And Kanye ain't doing any service to y'all reputation. It's just a lot of ego with Geminis, but they have a genuine curiosity that to them makes them feel like they have a better perception of the world than others. And typically, they do have a deeper understanding, but it doesn't come from a place of compassion. Hence the manipulation that they just see as protecting said ego and self. But really, it's just playing mind games because you think you're smarter than the next person. And they are good at it. Because a Gemini man will sit and talk with you for hours. Not talk at you or silently listen, but engage you in an intimate conversation and have you thinking there's some special connection until he flips some shit and accuses you of the same things he actually does to you. And girl, just run. Run fast and far away. Cancer. Water signs get a tough rep. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. But I find Cancers to be the most enjoyable and least lethal, though that's not saying much. Cancers love they mama. And you better like they mama too because ain't nobody overstepping that relationship. They can be hella romantic and openly emotional and just as jealous or overbearing. They are most likely to be petty as fuck and publicly slut shame you and most likely to watch it in colors and turn full-blown hotep. Them and Gemini's got the hotep tendency strong. Cancers can be fun to turn up with. You just have to make sure they're not turning up upside your head. Leo the lion. I have never batted an eyelash at a Leo because they always give me the lazy fuck vibe and I'm just not trying to test that theory. I'm just sticking with it. I don't care if I'm wrong. Let me be wrong. This does not go for the women though because as Leo is the lion, the lioness is the hunter-worker in the relationship. Virgo. Their quirky awkwardness can manifest in so many ways because they are so busy overthinking everything. Virgo men I'm hesitantly good on because if they're so hard on themselves, once they get comfortably in love with someone, how hard will they be on that person? They are not linear thinkers, so good luck with trying to get them to explain their explanation. but it makes so much sense to them. This is a sign that does well, both men and women, with folks with strong feminine qualities in their chart. So someone like a Pisces. Aries also do really well. Aries men will do well with someone who exudes a lot of femininity. Shout out to Pisces. Libra, the beautiful people that can never ever make up their minds and have the slow burn, but in a blink hit 0 to 100 and chop shit out of you in your neck. The peacekeeper with the bad temper on the low. They are big on presentation, and that doesn't necessarily mean dress, but it can also mean status, how you perceive them and their way of life, their home, their career, and just watch out for that temper, bitch. Scorpio. Now, my rising sign is in Gemini, which means I'm big on communication. I like to talk, and Scorpio is the least communicative. They do not like to express their feelings or talk about their emotions. Do not let Drake fool you. He is a lie. A fallacy that likes to sing about surface emotions that don't mean shit, like talk about how he feels about your new boyfriend or the man he thinks is your new boyfriend. No, never mind about actually discussing your relationship, because Scorpio behavior. And they definitely have a dark side, though how dark and how it manifests depends on the other signs in their birth chart. Like all the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, they have a giving side, though it's usually when the lights and clothes are off. As soon as you switch the light back on, girl, completely different person. Totally different person. When they do talk about their feelings, it is so in tune with I and protecting I. You're going to have to work through how many ways you can say, so you really didn't think about me? About you and I? The we? Sagittarius. Girl, they are fun till shit go left, and they're the first to be like, it wasn't me. Nope, not taking a fall on any parts on this one. They will protect their shit and come for you if they even think you did something that compromises their well-being, whether you had any parts in it or not. Forget about having the opportunity to explain it to them. The most outwardly friendly. They keep a rotation of diverse people in their life. They're competitive, assured, and fun to be around. Just don't wait for any apologies. Capricorn, the strategic hoe. They will always do what's best for them in the long run. They can be some of the most disciplined people, though unlike Virgos, they're not as wiry and they tend to be more linear thinkers. But that hoe game is strong because the men see themselves as leaders, provocateurs, strong black-ass Negroes that shall be allotted their time to be thoughtful until they are ready to settle down. They are the capricious ghoster. They will cut a hoe off with the whiff of messiness in the air. Like, they didn't even have to have a real reason. They just kind of felt like the fragrance was... No might be a Capricorn's favorite word. Aquarius, as I like to call them, the simp-ass fuckboys. I can't even get that out of the straight face because I should just be nice. My whole family is Aquarius. I have an Aquarian close friend, but they are still the most aloof ever. They just think and see the world differently, and to everyone else it can come across like they have blinders on, like they are being super selfish, though they themselves don't see it that way. For me, it always feels like I have to be ready to do and give more than I can expect from them in order for the friendship to work. That aloofness, though, is hard to deal with when this is someone you're emotionally and intimately connected to. Where romantic and airy, they will be like, oh yeah, I'm not available because I need to study, but we'll be out the next day before the test with friends. Pisces, pretty petty with a superior love for the woman's body. There's two fish in the Pisces symbol. They can be pious and asexual, or a ho, swimming in the Paducee. They have an infinite ability to say something they believe in the moment and then blink, they don't mean it anymore. Outwardly sensitive, a lover of nice things, material, tangible things, and just soft. This is a very feminine sign. He might be a man's man, but he's gonna love to cuddle and spoon and lay up under your booty all day long. And Pisces definitely need attention. Like, they will notice if you did not ask them how their day is going. So, did we get everybody? Now, just remember, your birth charts matter because you can take any of these signs and a person with a strong opposing sign in their rising or moon will not fit the generalities of their sun sign. Real Housewives of Atlanta gives a really good breakdown of like the generalities of all the signs, in that Cynthia is a Pisces. She don't never mean what she say. Portia is a Cancer. Love hard, ready to turn up on your head at any point in time, and her appearance matters. Nene Leakes is a Sagittarius. Will always be ready to point the blame at someone else, but can never take the blame for herself. Phaedra is a Scorpio. The communication skills, you just be like, sis, all you had to say. Candy is a Taurus. Always wants to understand. Her conflict with Phaedra. She don't just want the apology. She wants to understand the root of how their friendship took the break that it took. My hair is slayed and laid. You need to go ahead and get that 4C Natural hair guide, darling. So let me know what's your favorite sign to date. Any signs you absolutely would not date? For me, it's just Pisces. That's the only one I'm like, nah, nigga. All right. Deuces.